Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, let's get into it. Mm. Oh, all right. Um, while I'm shuffling the cards, I do just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and helping to co create these messages. I really do appreciate it. So, thank you. And I really do love bringing these messages through. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, thank you for the support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations. They all really do help out. So, thank you. And I think that's it. Back to the regular scheduled programming. Let's get into this collective message. What's going on? We've got door to value and strategy. I just popped out my cards. I don't know if it was action reverse. Okay, so what's coming through is there's something going on. Okay. What I'm picking up from this is there is an element of shifting into your highest timeline, we can say. So this is about really aligning with what it is that brings you this value energy. There is actual money flowing through this door. So I do feel like this is going to be something where your resources, your physical resources are concerned. And with that, I feel like you are coming up with a strategy right now, or you're being guided to come up with a strategy in order to walk through this door. Okay. Being called to take a peek in the book. So there's a message in the guidebook for us. Let's see. So, yeah, this is talking about new beginnings in finance or career. So maybe you're looking at a career change, which, obviously is going to affect your resources and everything else. And there's an element of strategy in that, applying for jobs or doing the strategic work on starting your own business. Maybe this is starting a side hustle, something of that nature. Um, let's see here. So this is pointing to a potential for exciting new beginnings or expansions where work or money are concerned. Perhaps a new opportunity is totally unexpected, or perhaps it's something you've been working towards for quite a while. Keep your eyes open for this new beginning to appear in your life. Know that anything you value may be open to you now. Remain conscious and creative and get ready to step through the door. Okay, no, it wasn't a verse. All right. So then for the strategy card, it's making a plan. So it says be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is guiding you to spend time setting things in order. It's time to take full control, add thought to action, and set your sights on the road ahead. Okay, what else is going on? What else is going on with this Dort value and strategies, Fiddle? Got new beginnings in finances. I'm feeling like this is going to lead to abundance. Ah. Okay, we've got caring connections. Hmm. Okay, what I heard was for some of you, this caring connection, basically, it's oftentimes this is talking about a connection with one other person. It tends to be romantic in most cases, but it doesn't always have to be. This could be a business partner. This could be a friend or somebody I just heard somebody in high places that can help you to really walk through this door to value of some of, whatever this is for you. So this could be meeting somebody and then you guys really connect and they have a business and then they offer you a position in their company. Maybe you decide to work together, start a podcast together, take it as it resonates. But there's something where this connection is helping you to really embrace this new beginning in finances. And then what I heard was there's some part of this strategy for some of you is actually tied to this other person. And this is what's going to help you really embrace this new beginning. When it comes to finances. Hmm. What else is going on? Okay, we've got woman holding a coin. Okay, I'm being told to read it. So this is a feminine connection in money, health, or value. So if you resonate with being a feminine, this is basically referring to a successful endeavor regarding your finances or health. If you are a masculine, then this is signaling a feminine that is going to assist you. So it's basically just telling you to be on the lookout for helpful assistance or even the possibility of new love or friendship connected to a feminine of wealth or business. Okay. Mm. No, we're getting into the tarot. Haven't gotten to the tarot, and I mean, it's probably only been a few readings, but it feels like it's been a while since we've dove in with the tarot. Tarot, however you, depending on where you're from. I'm feeling a really good energy here. I just gotta say that. What else is going on, Spirit? What else is going on? Okay. Oh, you've got the Seven of Swords. Holy crap. Okay. It's gonna take a minute. What is going on? That is below that. That's there and that's there. Okay. So you are being asked to take a leap in a new direction, and it's requiring you to leave something behind, to walk away from something that you previously viewed as mostly fulfilling. Um, what's coming through is it's the type of situation where, like, if you're in the corporate world and you're making good money and it's very high stress, it's long hours, it takes up 80% of your energy and your time and your bandwidth, and it's very demanding, but financially it's very rewarding, at least on the surface. So it's comfortable. Okay. So it's comfortable, but what's the cost? Well, the cost is you're spending 80% of your energy focused on this. And it's the energy of saying, okay, I'm actually going to, like, I've got a nest egg. I can, be good for a little bit, but what brings me passion is creating stuff. Maybe it's making jewelry and then going to markets and selling it on an Etsy store online. And so you quit your corporate job to pursue that career. And it's one of those, like, the trade-off is maybe at first it's not as financially rewarding as the corporate job, but you've got, a bunch of your time back. You can make it to different events at your kids' school. You can take your kids to school. You can pick your kids up from school. You can set your own schedule. The thing with that, like if you're doing markets, those are oftentimes on the weekends. So now maybe some of the trade-off is Saturdays, you don't really get to spend a whole lot of time with your kids unless they come with you to the shows or to the markets. But that's one day a week versus 5 days a week or 6 days a week that you are spending in that corporate job. It's that kind of an energy where it's leaving behind something that has a solid, it's solid in some way, it's fulfilling in some way, but it's draining, it's not allowing you to really tap into that creative part of you or have more of a free schedule if that's really what you desire, those kinds of things. So it's one of those, like, walking away from something that previously was something that you really, really wanted and you were striving for, and then you obtained it, and then all of a sudden it's like, this isn't really that fulfilling. And so now I'm being called to take a leap in a different direction and leave this behind. Um, okay. I mean, and then we've got the Empress. And the Empress is very much the Empress births things into creation. So it's not just humans and it's not just for, feminine energy only. It's an energy thing. Just like, a feminine can be an emperor energy, a masculine can be an empress energy. It just depends on what you're embodying, where you're at, what you're bringing, forth. The empress is very receptive, open, accesses divine information, things of that nature. That's when you're in your feminine energy and you're accessing that, and you're um magnetizing, and it's very receptive energy. And so this can kind of be interpreted a few different ways. For some of you, if you are a masculine, what I feel like is happening is there is an empress that you have your eye on, that what I'm picking up is that this person is a pretty big factor in this next phase of your life. If you are the feminine, then you are in this Empress energy and you're really in that open, creative, receptive mode. And you are calling in, I just heard divine counterpart. So you're calling in, somebody more in that emperor energy. And that's really what's going to lead to this, door of value. Um, and this is really, if you're the feminine, this is really talking about you being in this energy of really pulling in abundance, in many ways, especially like financial, money. Um, where the hell is my book? So, quick side note, I went to find this guidebook really quick because there's a message in here for us. And I was like, I have too many books. And then I immediately heard there's no such thing as too many books. So maybe you like to read. Maybe you like books. Anyways, okay. Seven of Swords. Um, okay, I'm carrying all this stuff with me, but am I running away or running to? Um, whatever situation you're in the midst of may be more complicated, and it might be hard to know who to trust right now. If something seems off, listen to your instincts. On the other hand, don't jump to conclusions. There may be a perfectly reasonable explanation for what's going on. So it can kind of be an energy of deception or just kind of not sure about a situation. And it's on the Dirt of Value. Okay, I just heard, okay. That makes sense. So there's an energy around this, and I'm feeling it's kind of like a mental energy where you're like in your thoughts about it. And it's a situation where you're looking at this, and there's a part of you thinking it's too good to be true. And so that's where the trust issue is coming in because it's like, I'm being shown and offered everything that I've ever wanted. What's the catch? And in this situation, it's one of those listen to your intuition above all else. Always follow your own internal guidance above all else. Go within, look for those answers, ask for those answers, use your own gifts, your own abilities, and allow those insights to come to you. Always listen to that above all else. What I feel like is happening right now, and this is a huge kind of societal program, is it's one of those, if something feels too good to be true, then it is. And yes, there is an element of being cautious, being mindful, reading the fine print, all of that. And then there's this kind of stuff where it's literally being given to you by the divine. And when the divine is giving you stuff, it doesn't have strings attached. You don't have to wait for the other shoe to drop. This is this is not too good to be true, basically, is the message coming through. And it's okay to trust it. And so if there's a part of you that's a little bit skeptical because it feels too good to be true, y- pay attention. Look for the signs and all of that. At the same time, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust the guidance coming to you. And you don't have to just, completely jump into something and, you know, it's, I say it's like hitting the nuke button on your life. So you don't have to just like say, yes, I'm going to do this thing and damn it all and jump into it. If there's a part of you that's like, maybe that's not what I'm being called to do, you can kind of ease into it. Um, and kind of get your toes wet, so to speak, and then just like, okay, how does this feel? Oh, the temperature of the water is good. Okay, I'm going to ease in a little bit more. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know how to swim. I got this. So yeah. Okay, then the Four of Pentacles, there's a message in here for this one as well. um okay. Oh, yeah, this is big. Okay. It's good to be cautious and careful with what we have, but there is such a thing as holding on too tightly. This goes for emotions as well as for money. Okay. Um, Basically, it's talking about holding on to something so tightly to what we perceive as necessary that we miss the big picture. So, you may want to take a closer look at how you're dealing with financial issues and how much your emotions are coloring your attitude toward money. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm picking up is there could still be some limiting programs, some lack mentality stuff going on that you're being asked to look at and release. Get curious about it, where is this thought coming from? Where is this idea coming from? Um, is this actually factual, for everybody, or is this a program or something that I was told by society or um, you know, people while you were growing up, you heard different things, limiting programs and stuff, and then it takes root in the subconscious, and then it becomes factual for your life because it's that confirmation bias type of thing. So it's that, or self of, oh gosh, what is it? Self-fulfilling prophecy, that kind of thing. Manifestation. So if you're running on a program that you're not worthy of money, then you're going to experience things in life where you don't have enough money, or money's always tight, or things like that. And it's just it's a program, because we're all humans have the ability to tap into unlimited abundance. That's like our birthright. The universe is abundant. And then it's just the programs that we pick up along the way that then make it to where that's not the experience. And so when you go into the subconscious and you start changing some of these things, then that's when you start to experience things that others perceive as miracles or good luck or whatever. And it's just switching what you're attracting to you, and attracting more from an abundance mind frame and mindset and energy versus lack. Okay. Oh, damn. We've got the high priestess and the magician. So this is really talking about you having all of the tools needed at your disposal for this next phase. This is really talking about tapping into those alchemical abilities, transmuting energies, releasing limiting programs and belief systems and lack mentalities and things like that. And it's a process. So, just be easy on yourself with it. It's a process to reprogram your subconscious years and years after running on that operating system, basically. So, yeah. Okay. And then the high priestess, this is really about mm, this is a very, very intuitive energy. And it came out sideways. So what I'm picking up is the message here is to really allow yourself to continue to build that relationship with your intuition. In a way, there's easy, like, there's simple ways you can do this. You can, I, okay, I'm being told not to go into that. I might make another video on different ways that you can really connect with your intuition and really start building that, or continue to build that relationship. Especially at first when you're trying to discern, is this fear, is this is this lack mentality, lack programming that feels like intuition, or is this actually intuition? And that's the part where it can kind of be a little tricky, especially at first when you're consciously working with your intuition. um but there's lots of little things you can do on a daily basis that help to build that relationship with your intuition. And then once you get used to it, then like, oh no, that's fear. That's what fear feels like in my body. Um no, that's intuition. That's what my intuition feels like when it's guiding me, basically. So, yeah. But I am really feeling like, oh, okay. So what I just heard was you are very intuitive, you're just not fully trusting it. And that, again, that's normal. It's one of those, like, just work with it, and get used to it and build that relationship with your intuition. And the more you work with it and the more you see how accurate it is, the more you're going to trust it. And then we've got the Page of Swords. And this is really, I'm really picking up the communication aspect of this. So for some of you, a key part of this, because of where it fell and it kind of hidden. Mm, when I said it was kind of hidden, I was told that it's not really hidden. So, to whoever this message is for, this is something that you are fully aware of needing to communicate. Um, my throat's doing a thing. Hold on. So, you could be really getting into this energy where you're getting ready to communicate something. And this could be communicating something to a specific person. This could also be really speaking your truth in some way. maybe doing something where you are speaking your truth to the masses. So just take it as it resonates, but this really is about communicating something. And when you communicate whatever this is, I feel like the clarity is really going to sink in, and you're going to really be able to look back and see that your intuition was on point, that the guidance you were getting was on point, basically. That it was accurate. And so there's something with this communication that's going to help you to continue to strengthen that relationship with your intuition, but also really allow yourself to step into this door to value and embrace this new beginning in finances or career, and then also really establish this caring connection with whoever this person is that is going to assist you in this next phase of life. Okay. Okay, well, with that, I felt the energy lift a little, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this helps bring a little bit of clarity, um, and confirmation, of course. And if so, you can let me know in the comments below. If you like this message, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.